Aloha Aries, welcome to your tarot reading for the week of May 25th through the 31st. We're going to go ahead and dive right into your reading for the week. If you want to get a personal reading or if you want to join us over on Patreon, all that information is down in the description box below, or you can head over to themagicsiren.com for any information. Let's go ahead and start with your tarot reading for the week. We are going to go with the overall vibe or theme for the week. We'll move into any potential obstacles or challenges, then we'll see how to overcome those challenges, and then we'll shuffle for any extra messages that universe and spirit might have for you this week. We are going to start with a love oracle and a general oracle to kick off the overall vibe for the week. So let's go ahead and see what's happening or what's coming in terms of love this week for all of you Aries friends, May 25th through the 31st. We're asking universe and spirit for any messages in love, the overall theme and vibe when it comes to connections. This is a good card. We have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. We are calling in soulmate energy this week, Aries. I love that for you. I feel like this does not just have to be romantic soulmates, though. This is just things that come into your life that genuinely fill you up. When we talk about soulmate connections and soulmate energy, these are the things, the relationships, the experiences that come into our life that genuinely just bring us happiness, fulfillment, and love unconditionally. So for those of you that have been trying to just call in some happiness, some love, some fulfillment, just know that might be coming in for you this week. This is really nice. Also, too, there is a underlying message with this card of visualizing and affirmations. So if you aren't doing your visualizations regularly, this is a good week to get into that. If you're not using your positive affirmations every day, this is a good week to get back into that. Let's go ahead and get a general oracle to continue the vibe. Let's see what else we have going on for the week before we move into our tarot cards. We're looking for some general cards here. You had two of them come out. We'll take both. You have leadership, take charge of the situation. This is a card that says, now is the time to take charge of your life. You are the leader of your life. It's time to take charge of it. I really like this card. I feel like this is a natural energy for Aries. I feel like naturally a lot of you probably have no problem being the leader or stepping into that leadership role, and that's really being highlighted for you this week. And then you also have school. The answer that you are seeking involves going to school. So just deepening your knowledge in some way, shape, or form. For some of you, you might be considering going back to school, whether that's going to be for university, like traditional schooling, or even if this is the school of YouTube and we're watching YouTube videos to deepen our own knowledge, and we're just exploring topics that interest us. I think this leadership card and the school together are essentially saying this is the week for you to take leadership and control of your knowledge, of your wisdom, and maybe deepening that education or continuing your education in some way, shape, or form that might actually lead you to a lot of personal fulfillment, because we also have that soulmate card as well. That's really nice energies for the week. I do want to go ahead and move into our tarot deck and kind of see what the overall vibe is for the tarot messages. So let's go ahead and see what the overall vibe or theme is for this week. We have the Page of Pentacles. This is so interesting because it's kind of what we were just talking about. The Page of Pentacles is the card of new opportunities that come through curiosity. All the page cards in the tarot deck are very curious, fresh, young energies. And so when I see the Page of Pentacles, I'm always like, you're going to find a new opportunity through exploring your curiosities. If we think about the Pentacles suit, these are kind of like seeds that we plant in our life. And we just had a pretty big, massive, super new moon, a week and a half ago, whenever you're watching this. And so there was a lot of energy to plant new seeds. This Page of Pentacles is saying if you want a new opportunity this week, or if you're looking for a level up, if you're looking for a chance, you're probably going to find it through exploring things that spark your interest, right? Exploring some sort of knowledge, deepening, opening up the horizon, and kind of just getting curious about those things. So I really like this Page of Pentacles kind of starting out the week. Let's go ahead and see any potential obstacles or challenges. We have the Three of Swords. I think this Three of Swords naturally comes out whenever we get these soulmate energies. And let me explain why. Because for those of you that read tarot, you're probably like, that's not what that means. The Three of Swords can represent heartbreak. It can represent emotionally difficult times. It can represent this energy of uncomfortableness when it comes to emotions and relationships in our life. But I feel like this is something that's maybe happened in the past, and it might be getting brought to the surface because we're having new opportunities that are coming into our life. When we have new soulmate things, whether this is experiences, relationships, opportunities, whatever it is, okay? When we have things that come into our life that represent just fulfillment and love unconditionally, sometimes some of the old, toxic, unhealed heartbreaks of the past come to the surface. And it is ultimately up to us to take leadership in charge of our healing to make sure that these new moments of fulfillment and happiness don't come in vain, if that makes sense. So if there is some healing that's coming up to the surface from things that have happened in the recent past, if it is a broken heart from a previous relationship, if it's a disappointment from something that happened within an experience or a job or a family, whatever it is, make sure you take control and leadership of your healing this week and allow yourself to recognize it, see it, process it, and then release it so we can get on the healing end of things and we can allow these new opportunities for fulfillment to come into our life and actually be able to give us love and give us happiness and fulfillment and to not be delivered in vain. Let's go ahead and see how we're going to overcome that challenge this week. The challenge this week, again, is healing from the things of the past. We have the Five of Wands in reversal. The Five of Wands in the upright can represent conflict, and a lot of the times when I see this card, this feels like internal conflict. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I let this person leave my life? Should I fight for it? Should I heal from the situation? Should I not? I feel like with this being in reversal, it tells us that we are no longer in a place of conflict. We are trying our best this week. Overall, Aries, you are trying your best this week to not be in a place of conflict. So when these emotions from the past come up, you're really trying your best to just see it for what it is, heal from it, and release it. And I think that's the best way for you to overcome the challenge or obstacle this week of healing from the past. Again, I think you're really being called into exploring other things that interest you this week and trying your best not to focus in on heartbreak or emotional difficulties, things that really felt frustrating in the past, because there's so many new opportunities coming in for you that are just going to bring in happiness and fulfillment. And again, you want to make sure you're in a place of healed, open arms, and really willing to allow these things to come in where we're not fighting or conflicting with those things, right? And I like seeing this in the reversal because for me, this feels like you're not in that place of fighting or confliction. We're allowing ourselves to just heal, we are allowing ourselves to open up, and we are allowing ourselves to explore new things in order to find these new opportunities. Let's go ahead and get any extra messages that universe and spirit might have for you this week. Any extra messages for Aries this week? We have the Six of Pentacles in reversal. I think the big extra message for you this week is making sure that any relationships, experiences, environments, projects, jobs, anything that you are being offered this week or that you are crossing paths with this week are of equal balance, give and take. The Six of Pentacles in the upright represents equal give and take. It's like I'm there for you, you're there for me. I lend you something, you lend me something in the future. It's very much reciprocated energy. When we see this in reversal, a lot of the times this can mean that things that we've been dealing with in the recent past or even currently might be out of balance. So if, let's say, this emotionally difficult situation from the past that's coming up that we're healing from this week, maybe it was not balanced. We're making sure that anything that we align ourselves with, that we hold space for, is equal balance this week. And we're really just making sure that that is one of the lessons that we're taking away from the healing process overall. I like this message for you. It's the last week of May. We're getting ready to gear up to go into the summer season. And I think universe and spirit is trying to tell you that there's a lot of opportunities this summer coming in for you for happiness and fulfillment. You just need to be able to fully take charge of your life in a couple of different ways. One, making sure that everything in your life is of equal give and take. If you're giving more than what you are receiving, now is the time to start releasing those things or making space from those things. It's also time to take leadership when it comes to our healing. Any sort of emotional difficulties from the past that are coming up to the surface, recognize them, process them, release them, and also take leadership into exploring new things that are taking your interest, because you will find new opportunities through those things. So nice messages overall here. If you are still here watching, thank you so much. Consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, come join our Ohana. We're over on Patreon, and if you want to get a personal reading with me, you can always go to themagicsiren.com and get a personal reading over there. And make sure you check out our weekly podcast, The Siren Circle. All that information is down in the description box below. I will let you get back to your day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you again next week. Aloha.